sure you go to grimysociety.com for the grimy gear. Grimy girl gear will be up on the website next month. Um, Promo code Fever Life for the discount. It'll be up on the link in the description below on the video. And let's get right to it. One of the first subjects that I want to jump right into. It's not even funny though, man, because I don't wish bad on no one or um bad things to happen to anyone. But the truth always comes to the light, like they say, and like I say. Um, but let's just talk about P. Diddy, the situation going on with Diddy, and how it's looking right now for him, man. It's not looking too good at all. You got his house in Miami and Los Angeles, as everybody knows, because it's been going viral everywhere. So, and everybody's just on the news today, quicker than the news just feeding it. So, but yeah, his home got raided. What's it called? He wasn't in his home, and he left. I ain't the type to speak on much situations on other men like that, but this is one situation that we definitely need to bring light to, especially with a lot of the events going on with those elites and those people in high places that control things and have agendas and are controlled by others in higher places that they just set up we'll say the fall guy or whatever terminologies people like to use, but I'm not gonna say that he was the fall guy for anything. I'm just gonna attribute certain habits that I've noticed that certain executives and major label owners and the elites that are the top of the top and the gatekeepers, they all have these tendencies and these habits that kind of trickle down, and it seems that everybody that has power or is in a certain position of power tends to use that influence to obviously take advantage of people and make people do what they want, but they exert that power in other ways that I'm not gonna say it's unnatural, but it's like, where did they get these habits from and feel like it's okay to actually act this way? Is the question I like to ask myself a lot. It's like, man, where did he learn this from? And where did he feel like just because of his position that it was okay, not fearing that his position would be taken, but actually to like use his position and as a motive, not a fear. You know what I'm saying? Most people in positions of power usually would fear that their position would be taken if they do stupid things or they do crazy things. But we've seen through the music industry that it's a habit for these people that actually give the say and give the go to actually act like this. So where do they learn and where do they feel it's acceptable? And if you start trickling up, like with Diddy, it was L.A. Reid. A lot of the things that he was taught from L.A. Reid. And if you go into L.A. Reid, I don't know too much, but if you do small research, you'll see he's a very influential, always been a powerful figure in the music game, and that's where I would start. I'll be like, let's just do some research. So L.A. Reid, Antonio Marcus, Reid, born 1990, is a American record executive, A&R representative, and record producer. He's has served as the chairman and CEO of Epic Records, Island Def Jam, as well as president of Artista Records. Um, I don't know Ellery personally, but you do get that, flamboyant vibe off him when you do see him speak or you see him talk on anything, He's obviously, everybody who's in the game knows about him and stuff like that. But he does have sexual misconduct allegations by female assistants, and let's see. In 2017, the media reported L.A. female assistant filed a sexual misconduct claim against him. In November 2023, former executive Drew Dixon worked with Reid executive between 2000 and 2002, filed a sexual lawsuit against him in the federal District Court of Manhattan, alleging that Reid sexually assaulted her on 2 occasions. So you see, this is a habit that just within the industry, and I guarantee you, they'll call it like locker room talk, but speaking as a real one, there's certain lines you just don't cross, right? And we all know this, especially with the pedophilia thing. So with Diddy and people calling him out on a lot of events and to see like training people or Diddy camp, whatever you call it, flavor camp. You watch that interview with Usher, and I listen to like precise wording when people speak or like what words they like to use or key. And some people like to use certain words to throw direction or misdirection. But he used the word curious a bunch of times when he was referencing on the Howard Stern podcast towards the Diddy's parties. He was like, "Oh yeah, I was very curious type." And then Howard Stern brings up females, but he's like, "Nah, I didn't say there wasn't, but it was very curious." So the way I took that was like it was very gay. So who are these execs? Who are these people in these places of power and influence on the higher up? If you see what's going on with Nickelodeon, let's just get some precise information, accurate information. I mean, on that. Um, but yeah, the things going on with Nickelodeon with one of their executive producers or directors um, sexually assaulting a bunch of the people on set and characters that a lot of people as kids grew to love. And if you watch like a lot of kids, a lot of people, just a lot of celebrities from the '90s, and now that I like to call it the the light has been is starting to shed on a lot of these people's lifestyles, and you're starting to really see like from how much they was really getting paid for movies and how they were kind of used as a tool, you know what I mean? And they're all kind of fucked up in the head. They're not like all the same. Like Britney Spears, crazy. Well, not crazy. She just whatever on her level. Orlando Bloom on his thing. All of them. And it's weird. Even if you see that video with Kelly Clarkson trying to speak on certain things and her being offered money um, on the Kevin Hart podcast will make you question a lot of things. It's like, what's going on? I think who is Brian Peck, ex Nickelodeon coach convicted of lewd acts with minor, back in spotlight. So Nickelodeon has been going viral for the wrong reasons following the release of the investigation Discovery Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV, released on two parts Sunday and Monday evening, blah, blah. The former star Drake and Josh in the third part of the series, Bell details alleged sexual abuse. He was endured and at the hands of Brian Peck. Let's see who's Brian Peck. It's just crazy, man. It's all in there. So, and I'm not no anti-Semitism, but a lot of these people are old, like Jewish people. A lot of the Hollywood game where it came from. I think it transferred from like New Jersey or somewhere up north, to California. Hollywood, it's a stick like the witches use. We all know that the CIA is heavily invested into the Hollywood and to the music industry. Um, we all know programming that the government uses TV, uses movies, uses music as a form of programming, 15 to 17 times. It takes the average human mind to be programmed to a certain degree where the word or the saying or the image is kind of embedded into your brain. We'll say 15 to 20 times. So we this has been said through times. We've seen in today's time how a lot of the conspiracies that we thought that were actually false are actually true. A lot of the things that people would have been called crazy for about 20, 15 years ago would have been in today's time they're looking like prophets or they're looking like the truth seekers or the truth sayers, you know what I mean? In today's time, a lot of the things that a lot of people didn't have access to the information. I think that's really the main variable that plays the most important factor is the amount of information that we have access to in today's time and how fast we have access to this information. So instead of depending on the news and everything, you can just see certain events, you know what I'm saying, get posted live. If a crisis happened, usually somebody's there with a phone. And one of the first things that they want to do now is post the event and post what they see on social media for all of us to see. So, and then if you're not a lazy individual, you know, the internet has so much data and information that's been accumulated through human history. A lot is still lacking, probably a lot of information, but we'll say like 90% of it is probably already on the internet. If not, it's coming, or we could say 80%. So you can see how now, like, everything is coming to the light, man. It's traveling so fast. People have a voice now, so if they're in a certain workplace or a certain environment, they can get their voice amplified very quickly now by recording a video and posting it on social media, rather than relying on certain individuals to put it out there for them and or getting justice in certain ways, even though it doesn't work all the time, but it's working. But it is crazy the times we've seen with all this pedophilia stuff and everything going on from Nickelodeon, from the Epstein list. There's so many people on that Epstein list from what we know that hasn't came to justice or light been wrong to. So we know that there's some kind of something deeper. Some people of influence, some people that have power are stopping us from getting there. But back to the whole subject of, you know, the government obviously controlling certain sectors and certain fractions of Hollywood, allowing certain things. Of course, they're just people like me and you know, and they have to choose and determine, like, is this something that I feel like is worth stopping or pushing, right? Or to get the word from somebody higher up that might not like what somebody else is doing. And we all know that they're meeting in parties and places, getting each other's numbers, you know, making the parties and places more exclusive for the groups and selective group people that they want to be there to gather and get information from.
Free life, nigga. We on it, nigga. Ram society take over, nigga. Louis Vuitton sound, nigga. Take over, nigga. Let's go. Too much life wasted, time to apply pressure. Only focus is the money.